The top 10 causes of mortality in the Philippines as of 2010. Heart diseases, vascular system diseases, cancer, accidents, pneumonia, tuberculosis, abnormal clinical laboratory findings, chronic lower respiratory diseases, diabetes, and perinatal conditions. Habang tumatanda ang isang tao, tumatanda rin ang lahat ng organs natin. This includes all our cells in the body. We have more than 70 trillion cells. Bawat isang cell ay mayroong role and function. There are factors that affect our cells and organs such as stress, diet, lifestyle, and the air we breathe, like pollution. These factors deteriorate our cells and organs. So if we have a sick cell, we will have a sick body. If we have a healthy cell, we will have a healthy body. Studies have shown that amino acids play a very important role in restoring the body to perfect health. But there should be something that will direct these amino acids where to go and what function they will be doing. And that is the role of the fibroblast growth factor. Fibroblast growth factor pulls amino acids as they need them and where they serve best. Fibroblast growth factor nourishes the stem cells to grow and multiply. Fibroblast growth factor repairs or destroys mutant genes. Fibroblast growth factor tells the stem cells, take that form of a particular neuron gene and take back the function. Introducing Laminine, the only known food source of oral fibroblast growth factor 2 that nourishes the stem cells of the body. Laminine is a product of U.S. duly certified by the U.S. FDA and the Philippines. FDA with FR number 101530. Laminine contains OPT9 as its base ingredient. OPT9 in Laminine contains 22 amino acids, vitamins, trace minerals, and fibroblast growth factor 2. Laminine is a natural adaptogen. It helps where your body needs attention and repair. It prioritizes your body's needs. These are the results of the clinical studies conducted on Laminine's component called young tissue extract, or YTE. Elevate serotonin levels, our happy hormones. Reduce stress hormones. Promote more restful sleep. Build collagen for healthier skin. Reduces signs of aging. Stimulate natural DHEA, such as estrogen and progesterone. Stimulate testosterone. Aid in brain function. Increase clarity and alertness. Increase in physical strength. Increase in mental strength. Decrease pain. Quicker muscle recovery. Increase muscle tone. Improve stamina and energy. Improve stamina and energy. Increase libido. Burn fat. History of Laminine. History of laminine can be traced way back in late 1920s when a Canadian doctor named Dr. John Ralston Davidson discovered what he called a young tissue extract, or YTE, derived from a 9th-day-old fertilized avian egg. He believed that ingredients contained in that critical moment is at its highest state, complete with all the necessary ingredients in developing and creating a new life. Its source is from the miracle of life. The study of young tissue extract, or YTE, died when the doctor died. It was revived only after almost 50 years when the scientists were intensifying research on stem cells. The scientists discovered promising results on the clinical trials made on the said YTE. One of their major discovery was that the egg extract was acting like a cancer vaccine. A newscast was made for this YTE discovery.
Tonight we have a story about a controversial treatment for cancer invented by a Winnipeg doctor. It's not new. In fact, Dr. John Davidson used it on hundreds of patients decades ago. What is new is that some 50 years after the doctor's death, more than half a century after his theories were dismissed as quackery, scientists are rekindling the flame of his research. With more on the legendary cancer doctor, here's CTV's medical specialist, Avis Favreau.
His name was John Ralston Davidson, a respected family doctor in Winnipeg in the early 1900s.
A great scientist as well as a great doctor.
And this is Leslie Gurney Bishop, now 88, a journalist who documented Dr. Davidson's controversial treatment for cancer.
He never claimed that it cured it, but he said it would arrest it.
Davidson spent years studying cancer, writing medical articles on his theories, which in hindsight were remarkable for his time. The doctor described cancer as a dietary deficiency, so he added generous amounts of vitamins to the patient's diet. But he also said it was critical to boost the patient's own defenses against cancer, which is why he developed what he called young tissue extract. Davidson took fertilized hen's eggs just 9 days old and produced a powdered extract, which was then injected into patients with various forms of terminal cancer. Like this boy, diagnosed with lymphatic cancer, notes show that with surgery, vitamins, and the extract, he returned to normal health. Over the years, Dr. Davidson treated hundreds of cancer patients.
They all said, the ones I interviewed, all said that it had benefited them tremendously.
Some said they were cured.
Ruth Burke's father was one of Davidson's more famous patients. Harry Leader, the Member of Parliament for Portage-La Prairie, had been diagnosed with terminal bowel cancer by the Mayo Clinic in the U.S. But under Davidson's treatment, he improved.
It was controversial scientifically, but that really didn't affect Dad. He believed in it.
But Davidson's medical colleagues thought the treatment was useless and repeatedly refused him research money.
It's as though they'd been instructed by somebody, well, just tear him up, just tear him up. And they did.
Frustrated with the lack of support, Harry Leader, with his own good health as proof, took Davidson's pleas for funding straight to Ottawa in 1944, directly to Prime Minister Mackenzie King.
He never wanted any publicity from this. He simply wanted help for this man whom he felt could help humanity.
The Prime Minister refused to fund Davidson's work. The doctor died 4 years later.
He would die pretty well of a broken heart, if you know what I mean, because he had not been recognized.
His cancer treatment thought to have died with him. But then 6 years ago, the treatment was rediscovered by a Toronto company. It hired researchers at Dalhousie University to test the theory. Could these embryonic chicken cells really be a cancer treatment? When research began, there was excitement.
Davidson's extract, in many ways, could be a cancer vaccine.
In 3 studies on mice, the compound apparently shrunk tumors.
We have to be careful about raising people's hopes falsely.
Jonathan Blay is one of the researchers looking at the revived young tissue extract.
Davidson's extract, in many ways, could be a cancer vaccine. There could be things in the extract that promote a response against the cancer.
But then suddenly the research stopped. The then owners of the extract had financial problems. They stopped paying the researchers. Dalhousie was out some $60,000 and halted the experiments.
The university would be interested in continuing the work because the results were very promising.
But for nearly 5 years now, the capsules have simply laid on the shelf.
One could easily walk away from and say to heck with it. But would we be leaving behind something that could potentially have significant impact for large numbers of people?
But if there are no takers soon, the venture will die. A darn shame, says Dr. Bain, because we still won't have the answer. Was Dr. Davidson right? But if Dr. Davidson's extract does show the power to combat cancer,
this could be not only one of the great human victories in overcoming disease, but it could also be one of the great human tragedies.
a tragedy because for the last 50 years, a possible cancer treatment and its pioneer were forgotten. Avis Favreau, CTV News, Toronto.